Hey YouTube, it's Chris. Just wanted to say hey to everybody and kind of wish everybody a happy New Year and to a healthy 2022 and all that. But just a bit of a channel update here, personal update really. My wife was just diagnosed recently, as some of you might know, with stage 4 cancer, and it's in both of her lungs, and it's not something they're going to be able to cure. It's something they're going to have to treat and monitor and stay ahead of basically for the rest of her life. So it's a big blow, obviously. Um, I'm, really no words for it. Like I don't know what to say or what to do. I mean, it's we're trying to obviously look for any kind of positives that we can, and one of the positives I think is her oncology team seems pretty good, and they're going to consult with some specialists at Johns Hopkins, probably just again because she's so young. I mean, she's in her 30s to be dealing with something that most people don't even have to really consider until they're in their 60s. But we'll you know keep you informed, and especially she started up her own YouTube channel. I'll put the link down in the description. She's got a new Instagram account, all that stuff. She wants to do like a blog, video diary, just to kind of capture her whole journey with this and her whole fight, because it's going to be a long fight. And she's got a lot of positive ideas and ways to spin this to advocacy and to understanding. She's not looking for pity. She's not looking for you know condolences or anything like that. I mean, she's doing the right thing and trying to turn it into something empowering. And really proud of her. And of course, I think this is going to be something that is gonna make a difference for her, and hopefully for some other people that unfortunately have to deal with the same thing. So on that note, if you guys want to pop over and check her channel out again, I'll put the link in there. Give her a subscription, give her a follow, give her some love and support in the comments, and kind of share it around. I know even posting about this on Instagram, come to find a lot of my followers have dealt with something similar. They've got family members that have had cancer and had to fight it and have been successful, or whatever it is. There's a lot of people that it's one of those things in society that just doesn't get talked about. It's a little taboo, I guess, because it's people don't like to talk about some of the darker things in our reality, but it is our reality. And I think that's kind of what she wants to do with this channel that she's created in her Instagram, is to kind of create a bit of kind of open dialogue about the ups and the downs. And some days it's going to be about depression and kind of fighting really hard, and other days it's going to just be like normal, everyday kind of funny stuff, like regular life is full of ups and downs. And I think she wants to capture that. It's going to change. It's going to change how we live, but it's not. The kind of end of the line death sentence that everyone seems to make it out to be when she tells them the news, that they immediately go into this, oh, I'm so sorry for you. And I mean, it's what we do in society. I don't think she blames anybody for doing that, but I think she wants to make it less awkward. She wants to make it more about, hey, this is the positive stuff that I'm doing, and this is the positive treatments that they have out there now. There's a lot of options, I think, besides just chemo, which I think she's ultimately going to have to do chemo. It's funny because she's very much a fighter, very much ready to go as aggressive as she can. At this point, she's like, go ahead and put the port in me. Let's start chemo now. And her doctor's actually saying, we appreciate the aggressiveness, but he's more like, we've got some time. We can do some genetic testing on the tumors itself. We got some biopsy material they can do that with, I think, and try and see if there's not some more targeted stuff that they've come out with these days, where they can treat with immunotherapy, or other kinds of chemical receptors that might be present in the cells that can target those cells specifically and kind of push back that chemo from like this week to maybe farther down the road. So it's not something she has to deal with right away, but I mean, she's already prepared. She's shaved her head. She's ready to go. So it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a long fight, but it's one that she's mentally preparing herself to undertake. And I don't know how much anybody can really prepare themselves to undertake something like that. And I don't know what I would do in her shoes. I don't know that I would be as as resolved as she is if I was in her shoes. So it's incredibly just inspirational, I guess, or empowering, or whatever you want to call it. But just being able to um, be there for her in the small ways that I can, and really just watch her kind of take this in stride. And I don't think it's really settled in for her yet. Just what it's going to be like. And I'm sure once the chemo does start, or once things really start getting difficult, I think it's really going to set in more that this is the new reality. But thankfully she's got a good support system, hopefully as good as it can be. And then she's got some mental health professionals that are helping her out, and it's all part of the journey she's going to document over on her channel and on her new Instagram account and everything. So it's not all going to be sad. It's not all going to be about depression. And I think she really wants it to be more about just who she is, and who she is just a funny, sometimes dark humor, but funny nonetheless. More about just her daily life, and how that daily life is going to evolve and change to deal with something that many of us, I mean myself included, just really don't have an understanding of, kind of behind the scenes of what it really is to fight and survive and live a life with cancer. And that's what she's gonna kind of gift to us, is just that insight to her life. And hopefully it helps people out down the road if they ever are in the unfortunate situation where they have to find themselves dealing with this, or have a family member that deals with this. And yeah, I just that's it. As far as the hobby goes, it's a great hobby for mental health reasons, for kind of a bit of escapism, to be able to put everything that's going on in the real world aside and just kind of sit down at the hobby bench and work on a little miniature, and focus on painting techniques or building techniques, or trying to grow in the hobby, and learn about history, or whatever it is that, scratch building, whatever it is that anybody wants to get out of this hobby. I feel like it's there. There's the competitive side. There's the hobby shows that hopefully come back here soon once the whole pandemic calms down. And it's a lot of things for a lot of people. And even if you're just a collector, and you just want to enjoy box arts and grow a stash and treat it like an investment, because some of these kits go out of production, and maybe you would need to sell them down the road for a couple $100, and you only invested 20 or 30. I mean, it's a huge hobby for a lot of different reasons, for different things for different people. And for me, I think it's a good bit of escapism from the realities and the responsibilities and the kind of the tough part of adulting. And that's, for me, it's like going back to the kind of happy-go-lucky childhood stuff where you didn't have all this going on in terms of worrying about jobs and taxes and medical diagnoses and stuff like that. So I'm gonna continue with the hobby when and where I can, and obviously I'll continue with my Instagram and keep you guys updated. And obviously if you go follow her, she can update you better than I can. I'll still be around. I'll still be part of the community, and I'll still continue with this. But my focus is definitely going to be on her and on the day-to-day 9-to-5 job, and keeping the bills paid and all that stuff. But I appreciate all the support I've gotten from this channel. And I do continue to work on the hobby and pop in at the bench every now and again, and you kind of get that little break from reality. So I'll continue to post videos here in the future, but probably not nearly at the same level of consistency that I did in the past. And obviously in the past it wasn't like I was ever in the point where I was putting up video up like once every week or even once every month. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. So feel free to stick around. There's going to be more stuff down the road, but I just wanted to give everybody that update for what's going on with me and my wife for 2022, and hoping that everybody else has a much better much better year. Hopefully we can get beyond this whole pandemic thing. Hopefully we can start getting back to competitions and model shows and in-person gatherings, club meets, things like that, and back into the office. I've been teleworking for the last 2 years, which at this point is really a good thing because now I can be here and take my wife to her appointments and be there whenever to even if it's like, hey, can you make me a grilled cheese, or hey, can you grab me a soda, whatever it is. Like I'm there, I can step away from my computer and take care of stuff, so that's really a blessing. But if anything, if you're still watching at this point, I appreciate it. And if anything, if just you want to go over to her page and give her a like, a comment, some support, and a follow, subscribe, whatever, much appreciated. If not, no worries. It's no requirements, no expectations, nothing like that. Just wanted to keep everybody in the loop. But thanks for the support for me, and then more importantly, the support for my wife. And we'll continue to reach out and see you guys here in 2022 and beyond.